if you're a young girl and you want to feel some form of empowerment and some enjoyment in the fact that, you know, there's a female character on screen who isn't a damsel in distress, definitely go see this movie. You'll love it. You'll enjoy it. Other than that, yeah, I mean, it was all right, but not something that I'm going to be like, go see this movie. It was freaking amazing. No, it was cool. It was okay. It's another piece to the puzzle. And when you back away, you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, everything fits together in the Marvel Universe. So, hey guys, and how are you doing in today's unbiased review of Captain Marvel? I went and saw it with a couple of my buddies, and I know there's a lot of drama going on with Captain Marvel. This video isn't going to cover any of that, so let's get right to the video and what I thought of it. What it did do was it meshed the Marvel Universe very, very nicely. So if you do want to get a better understanding of everything that's going on in the Marvel Universe, go see this movie. Check it out. As for the character dynamic and the arc and everything like that, it was lame. I didn't enjoy it at all. Pretty much it starts out with this human female named Carol, who's Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, and she is told her whole life that she can't do much. She doesn't belong here by men. She's told that she doesn't belong here, she can't do it, she's not good enough, she's not fast enough, she's not strong enough, the whole 9 yards. Then we get to the point where she's joining the military and enters the Air Force finally after being told that she can't do it. And there was this line that was constantly repeated by some douchey guy being like, why do you think it's called a cockpit? Like, ha ha ha. And I thought that was kind of ridiculous. Like, anyways, going forwards, she is testing this new spacecraft that her mentor has created. And her mentor is actually an alien. The spacecraft has this alien technology in it, which was created on Earth, and she doesn't know her mentor is an alien, mind you, at this point, that allows for light speed. Okay, so they crash land because they're shot down by this other alien species that comes to Earth and shoots them down to steal this technology. The mentor gets killed right there, gets shot face to face with the guy who shot her mentor. And he is like, I don't want to kill you, I'm just here for the technology, and that's it. And she's like, oh, you mean this technology? She shoots it so it explodes, and he can't get any of it. The radiation affects her from the explosion of that technology, and she absorbs it. She basically becomes a weapon herself. She's knocked out, doesn't remember who she is. The alien guy takes her, and he's like, we're gonna make her a weapon, we're gonna train her. So they train her and they take her to this future different world, different planet. They tell her to control her powers, and they show her how to do it. Throughout the whole film, 3/4 of it, I would say, was basically spent fighting people that we thought were evil, the Skrull, the shapeshifters that eventually ended up on Earth along with her. They ended up being actually the good guys near the end. So the whole film was kind of built around her fighting and killing them, figuring out who they are as they shapeshifted into different human beings that would confuse the heck out of different characters and even the audience sometimes, to only find out that they were just they were fighting back because they wanted this technology of light speed, and they just wanted to get away from the dudes that were trying to kill them and basically committing genocide on their whole species, which Carol's character was part of. She was part of the bad guys. So once she started to come to and she started to remember who she really was, that she's an Earthling and all this and that, she joins forces with the Skrull, and she harnesses her powers and she overcomes everything and becomes extremely powerful. So she starts out as super powerful and she ends the movie as extremely overpowerful. So there isn't really much of like a character. You're getting flashbacks and stuff during the film, but it starts off kind of slow, and it's just it takes a while to pick up, and then it does, and you're like, hey, well, what's going on? And there's a bit of a, I don't know, I wasn't a fan, man. Like, I could try to break this stuff down for you. I really wasn't a fan. I wasn't like blown away by this. For me, the movie basically was awesome because Ronan was in it, Goose the cat was in it, who's actually this really cool alien, and Samuel Jackson was in it, Nick Fury. It was awesome seeing that. It was awesome also seeing basically the birth of the Avengers with Captain Marvel. So she is basically the one that inspired Nick Fury to go after and find all these different Avengers, which we are now at. At the end of the film, she goes super overpowered and destroys everyone, saves the day, saves Earth. Ronan says, I'm gonna come back for this girl. She's the weapon. Blah, blah, blah. And she blasts off into the galaxy with the Skrull as they're going to find a new home for themselves. And that was the end of the film. The post-credit scene, which I made a video on just this last video here, you can check it out, pretty much is just Black Widow, Steve Rogers, and Bruce Banner wondering what this pager does. And they're thinking, okay, should we hit it again? Should we page again? And they're wondering who it's going to contact. They don't even know who's on the other end of it. When finally Captain Marvel shows up behind them and she just says, "Where's Fury?" And then, end scene. That's it. So for me, it does tie in Avengers very well. It ties in the Marvel Universe very well, Guardians of the Galaxy, everything like that. However, it just felt kind of bland. It really felt like they were just shoving a movie in there right before Endgame comes out. So you understand, or you're emotionally invested in this character of Captain Marvel, or Marvel, I should say, as it was pronounced in the film. Other than that, the story there wasn't really that. It was just her remembering who she was, fighting these bad guys who really ended up to be the good guys, and all they had to do was just kind of talk to her, make her understand that, like, hey, we're not bad. But once they understood that she's not like pure evil herself, that was it. And then she just, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, beat up the real bad guys, and that was all. She's now extremely powerful. She shoots beams out of her hands and she can fly. She's basically Superman of the Marvel Universe, pretty much. That's the theme that I got. And that's cool. I guess we'll see what happens with her in Endgame. They're saying that she's going to be the face of the Avengers. We're going to see how that plays out. I can't really see her getting along too well with some of the Avengers characters because I just feel like their dynamics clash. Like Thor or something like that. Or, Rocket. Well, I guess everyone clashes with Rocket. But we'll see what happens. I don't know exactly where they're going to go from here with her character. She's apparently signed for, I think, 7 or 9 more movies. So we'll see what happens with that. I want to know what you guys think. If you did see the film, what would you rate it? If I had to rate it, I would give it maybe like a 5 out of 10. It was okay. The special effects were awesome. The story was kind of bland. There wasn't really much there for me. I wasn't really too excited or invested. The character arc was, she starts out strong. She remembers who she is and she becomes even stronger. So I don't know. And that's not to say like she has to start out weak, but there are some flashbacks in there where you kind of understand that, okay, she was a human and she's basically like the Hulk without turning green. He got gamma radiation and she got radiation from this machine and she absorbed its powers and kind of gets this like cool mutation where she can like shoot lasers out of her hands and stuff like that, and fly and whatnot. So it was all right. It was cool. If you really want to understand Marvel Universe, go see this movie. If you're a young girl and you want to feel some form of empowerment and some enjoyment in the fact that there's a female character on screen who isn't a damsel in distress, definitely go see this movie. You'll love it. You'll enjoy it. Other than that, yeah, it was all right, but not something that I'm going to be like, go see this movie. It was freaking amazing. No, it was cool. It was okay. It's another piece to the puzzle. And when you back away, you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, everything fits together in the Marvel Universe. So that's my review on it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, do feel free to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks. Bye.